Hello, welcome to the TV room. David Bradley here in a constant quest to continue to tidy. I have brought up some things. Look, it's a Tupperware container. By the way, if you're I think Tupperware, they had bankruptcy troubles. If you're interested in Tupperware things, buy the Tupperware you're interested in. Do not become a Tupperware consultant. It's the same as these other things where they suck people in, thinking, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna get all these free gifts and all this other stuff." But it's just don't do it. Just stay away from the almost pyramid scheme. So for this moment, I'm gonna put some cartridges in here, some tape, other little accessories, and these sacred stickers from the world of Commodore last year. And that should be that for the moment. I do have too many pairs of glasses here. So, by the way, speaking of Squiggle, which is a program up here running on the PEP, which has been, well, I think it's been around since 1978. I have modified it slightly because I found that once it ran for a certain amount of time, it was kind of redundant in that you couldn't really see what was going on and what was changing once the screen was full. And I figured this is probably something that was run in computer stores to show, looky, we can do cool things. We can. So anyway, I modified it. And at some point I'll show you. I'm still not finished. But basically all I did was I put in line 0. I said TI string, TI $ is equal to quote 000000 quote. And that's all I did. And then later down there's a subroutine that does all the printing. And once in a while as it runs through there it just checks and sees what things are at in terms of time. And if it reaches a certain time, then it sets TI $ back to 000000 and clears the screen so it can start with a fresh palette. Because right now I'm looking at this. I'm sure it's doing something somewhere. Oh, there it goes. And it isn't like the screen is completely full yet, but it's getting there. So anyway, I will see about documenting this and perhaps even, yes, saving the program. I'm going to throw some solder in here. And you know what? Little bits of things. And glasses. And stuff. Anyway. There are many pairs of glasses. Too many. And I still have stuff here that needs to be taken away. Away. But at this moment, what I do need is this power supply tester from Rudy, Rudy's Retro Intel. Ta-da, ta-da, ta-da. Plug. Because I was downstairs and I am attempting to do some tidying up down there. And indeed, I found things now I need to find You know, remember I said I'll never have to worry about plugging things in again? Yeah, well, things happen. And these cassettes. Beautiful, timeless things. Oh look, it's cleared the screen. Okay, that does not need to be there. What does need to be here? Funny, I've been trying to figure out another light here. Because this light over here is very bright, but it sometimes doesn't light me well. But then I have another light, not nearly as bright, but depending on where I put it. Oh. Ta-da! Da-da-da-da-da. I find it kind of blinding. All right, so back to what I have been finding. Okay. And that is, excuse me, pardon me, some things I can test, some things I cannot hear. Commodore 64, perhaps VIC-20 power supply. Look, it says this is the top. Not that it matters. Not that it matters. So yes, this is an epoxy-filled beast, which I never liked. I never did. Now I'm hoping that this plug will let me use it. And it will. Now remember, this only checks the 5-volt side. And if the 5-volt side works out, then there is hope. There's hope that this will be okay. So for this one, there's hope. Let's see here. I should have here, somewhere in here, a Sharpie. So on this one, I can write 5.21. Then I can set it down, set it aside, and get it out of the way. Get out of the way. Get out of the way. Without knocking anything down. And then I can reach over here. I can find something else. Oh, okay. I can't test this right now. This is an RF modulator for a VIC-20. So it cannot be tested at this time, but it can go to the door, or maybe to the box room under the table, where there's bunches of stuff to be tested. Here we have another Commodore 64 power supply. It is black. This is the kind I like more with the embossed logo. Now, plug it in, and we'll see what we see. All right. 5.11. So there is hope. There's still a chance that the 9 volts will be bad. But until I have a 64 here to actually check this out with, no, I just won't know. Now, what do we have here? Now here we have one that is marked as dead. And I believe, and I've already tied the cords off, so I believe that this is in fact not going to work. Not going to work at all. I would think it will not. So, now, I would suspect I plugged this into something, and it did bad things. Now that would mean that, of course, probably it's on the 9-volt side, because the 5-volt side reads, oh, well, that's funny, 5.16. Well, I will have to be wary of that. 5.16. So all of these can go over in the power supply vial to be further tested. And of course, is it risky? Yes, I suppose it is. But it's the 5-volt side that can kill. It's like on that show where they make knives. Your knife can kill. So, Squiggle continues to run and squiggle. And so here are 3 power supplies ready to hit the pile. And at the moment, because I am trying to keep things clear and neat and tidy as I can, that's about all I have to say about that. So there was a fellow asking me about how this was made. I referred him to Rudy of Rudy's Retro Intel, especially about the case. I don't know how he did the case at all. I imagine what's basically in there. There are things, and I've seen them on that horrible place called Temu, but I've ordered things from Temu, where they just have meters that read voltages. And this would be a DC one. I don't know where this came from. And somehow or another, there's the plug, the same as what would be on the side of a Commodore 64 or a VIC-20 that uses the same power supply. And I would imagine somehow it is connected to the meter, and it gives a reading, and that's all it does. So, thanks for coming, thanks for being here. Another time we'll do more testing. Right now, that's about all I have to say about that. Bye for now.